You know that feeling, right? You're sitting in a presentation and you're just completely captivated. The speaker has you hooked. And then there are, well, the other ones. Today, we're going to crack the code and figure out what separates a truly great presentation from all the rest. So, what's the secret sauce? Is it just natural charisma? Amazing slides? Is it something you're just born with? We've all been there, wondering how we can take our own presentations from just being fine to being something that people actually remember. Well, here's the really good news. It is not magic. It's not some gift from the heavens. It's a framework, a simple, learnable, and honestly super powerful way to think about things that can give you so much more clarity and confidence next time you're up there. Okay, so let's get into this framework. It's all built around one idea: structured analysis. Now, I know that sounds a little stuffy, but hang with me here because this is the key to unlocking your own speaking superpowers by figuring out what makes other speakers so effective. This brings us to what our source material calls presentation analysis. And really, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's about consciously watching other speakers, not to be critical, but to be a student. You're basically deconstructing what they do so you can start building up your own toolkit. So how do we actually do this analysis? Well, we use 3 pillars. A really easy to remember rule of 3: matter, manner, and method. Let's break down what each of these really means.
It's actually pretty straightforward. First up, you've got matter. That's the what. It's your content, your facts, your stories. But the secret to great matter isn't just being right, it's being relevant. You always have to ask, why does this specific audience care about this? Next, there's manner. This is how you say it, your tone, your body language, your energy, and your passion is totally contagious. And finally, you have method. This is your organization, your structure. The best presentations don't just list facts, they tell a story. They have a clear beginning, a middle that builds, and an end that really lands.
Now here's where this whole framework really comes to life. It's not just for when you're building your own slides. The real magic happens when you start using it to watch other people. Think about it. A meeting at work, a big keynote, even a talk you find online. You can start actively analyzing instead of just passively watching. And the source material really hits the nail on the head here. This whole process helps you spot not just the good stuff, the wins, but also the mistakes, the errors. And you know what? Learning what not to do is sometimes just as valuable as learning what to do. A win gives you a model to follow, but an error gives you a warning sign. Both are incredibly useful. So, as you're watching, you can start putting things into these buckets. Was their matter super clear or kind of vague and hard to follow? Did their manner pull you in, or did their nervous energy make you feel nervous? Was their method a smooth, logical journey, or did it feel like a random collection of thoughts? When you start seeing things this way, you're not just being a spectator, you're gathering intelligence for your next presentation. All right, so you've watched people, you've taken some mental notes, you've seen the wins and the errors. What now? Well, this is the part where it all comes back to you. This is how we build your next great presentation. And here it is, the big takeaway. The whole point of analyzing others is to make you better. Every time you watch someone and think, oh, that was a great way to explain that, or that transition was a little clunky, you're actually training your own brain. You're building your instincts. You stop being a passive viewer and become an active student of communication. So that brings us to the final question for you. Thinking about your next presentation, which of these 3 M's needs the most attention? Do you need to beef up your matter? Do you need to practice your manner? Or maybe you need to rethink your method to tell a more powerful story? Knowing where to focus is the first step. So, what's it going to be?